Good evening. Welcome to another exciting edition of So Into Bourbon. Charlie, how are you tonight?
I'm so excited.
Great. Charlie is so excited because tonight we're doing
Knob Creek.
So, Knob Creek. Very widely available bourbon. It's a jimbeam product.
It
If
is?
you didn't know, it is a jimbeam product.
Known for its high proof.
Well, some of them, yes.
Well, isn't there
If you
standard?
consider 100 proof, high proof.
I think a lot of
I
people
guess I've
would.
become jaded. I don't necessarily
We've
consider
got there.
100
We've
proof,
got-
high proof anymore.
I think most people, would consider 100 proof kind of high
Okay,
proof.
well.
So I'm glad that it's kind of, that it's finally worn off on you.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
I love how
Something to be proud of.
He's truly shocked at
Yes.
it's only 100. And he's like, oh no, I've become like him.
Become like him, yes.
That's awesome.
But anyway, Knob Creek was created in 1992 by Booker No. His goal was to kind of put out a more full-flavored small batch product.
They love their small batch there at the
Absolutely.
at the nose.
They do. Here I go again with absolutely. Charlie, if I say absolutely one more time, hit me in the arm.
Absolutely. What else can you tell us about the wonderful Knob Creek?
Yeah, so there's several different expressions that Knob Creek has. I guess your bottom line standard edition is the 9-year-old, 100 proof. Then you have a 12-year-old. And then there's even an 18-year-old, which is a little bit harder to get your hands on. They've got rye, Knob Creek rye.
And barrel proof rye.
And barrel proof rye. There are single barrel select versions, which are your store picks. And then there are single barrel reserve, which are single barrel picks that are actually picked by
The nose.
the nose.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I tell you, so Knob Creek is one of those, very similar to Old Forester, where you used to see their single barrel selections everywhere and they were always very well priced, and there wasn't a store that didn't have a Knob Creek pick. And not only that, they were 13 years old, 14 years old,
Right.
15 years old. There are Knob Creek store picks that are 16 and 17 years old, and they sat and they were $49.
And they were, yes, very affordable.
Yeah, and they're now those are all gone now. They have since stopped doing that. But that, I think, speaks to our market now and what's kind of happened over the last couple of years.
Yeah, so Knob Creek has always been one of those reliable bourbons that you could always find. The regular Knob Creek was usually, what, $30?
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, but now your 9 years running around $45.99, the 12-year, $69.99. Your single barrel selects, they're 120 proof, by the way. The single barrels are around $71.99.
And a lot of people get upset at the changing bourbon economy. And Glenn, if I say bourbon economy one more time, you punch me in the arm.
Okay, we'll do.
You're supposed to say absolutely. It's just adapting to the times and you can't economically sell age-stated high-proof bourbon for that anymore. I mean, you can, but people are just going to gobble it up and sell it on secondary.
Yeah.
So it's just the evolving bourbon economy. Ow, absolutely. All right.
I actually got you hard, didn't I?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right, so we're going to start out with just your regular Knob Creek, 9-year, 100 proof. I know Charlie's so excited about this. Knob Creek's one of my kind of go-to bourbons. I think it's a very good bourbon for what you pay for it and for its availability. It's it's not gonna blow you away. It's not gonna impress you with its
Subtle nuance.
subtle nuances. No, it's just it's got that good old American bourbon flavor.
I want to.
Let's just drink.
Okay. What's the mash bill?
They
on
don't want to
this?
hear us talking to me. Okay, so yes, I forgot that. The mash bill with basically all your Knob Creek products, other than the rye, is 75 corn, 13 rye, and 12% malted barley. So kind of a high malted barley mash bill. Don't you love it?
Get a lot of alcohol in the nose for 100 proof. I really do.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to be critical.
I'll agree with you on that. But we did just open.
We just opened it, so
yeah. So you would expect that.
I mean,
you know, the color's not going to impress you.
It's dark. I mean, it's dark. It's 9 years old. It should be dark. It puts a little ring around the glass.
Absolutely.
All right, here we go.
I just said it.
You did. I'm
You're
gonna
not gonna hit
punch you so hard when you're least expecting it.
Are we going to talk about the nose at all, other than just alcohol?
I mean, it's classic bourbon profile, right?
It is.
I mean,
a little bit of that cola,
sweet corn on the nose. I mean, there's a lot of corn there, but what is it, 78% or
75?
75?
I don't feel like it's over.
I get quite a bit of corn.
Over corny, but I will say, let's preface this. I've got some congestion going on, allergy, sinus issues, so I may not be.
Yeah, Glenn can't smell or taste, so I hope that's okay.
The professional taster and noser that I normally am.
Well, you like Knob Creek, so here we go.
I'm gonna let you go.
Hot and corny. It's really hot. It's a lot. I mean, it's hot. It's a hot drinker.
It is hitting me a little hot tonight too. Once again, just opened it.
It's not as bad as some of the other Knob Creek experiences that I have had. And I don't want your hate mail. I'll take them if you subscribe. I'll take your hate mail, sointobourbon@gmail.com. But I've never liked Knob Creek. It's just something, and I don't know if it's the mash bill or the char or a combination of those two things. It's just something that doesn't agree with my palate. And I get kind of I don't even know how to explain it, like a funk that just doesn't appeal to me.
I think it's a little more oak forward than a lot of your, I don't know, name your everyday available bourbon. And it's aged. It's 9 year, you know.
Yeah, and
it's gonna have some oak, and if you like the oak, then you're gonna like that.
There is an aftertaste there that is not pleasing to my palate. I think that's what, like, it's not the start, you know, there's kind of that sweet corn. The second drink, it's calmed down a little bit, but there's a lingering aftertaste for me that I just don't like. And I think a lot of our viewers may feel that way about different bourbons. Like, oh, I can't drink that one, I don't like it. And there's no rhyme or reason to it, it's just something you don't like.
Is it nutty?
No, it's not a nuttiness. It's really hard for me to put my finger on what it is. But it's just, because I've had, I'm trying to think of what, Old Ezra gives, like peanuts, or cashews, like that kind of dried nuts. Yeah. And I like that in small doses. Like, it's not my favorite profile, but there's just a funk there. I'd love to know what their char, like if they do like a level 5
you
char.
know, I think whatever that is, I think that's what the cause of whatever it is that you don't like. I feel like it's got to be the barrel. I really do.
I do too, because I've had, you know, there's not many mash bills we haven't had. And this is a pretty traditional kind of mash bill. I mean, I think similar to Wild Turkey's mash bill.
Well, and I'll be honest with you as well, as big a fan as I am as most Knob Creek products, especially the rye, I don't normally drink Knob Creek neat. So
big ice cube.
I am
experiencing
I'm not
this.
loving it as much tonight as I normally do, and
a big cube.
I feel like that's why.
Yeah.
Usually I'm drinking it over ice, or especially the Knob Creek rye. To me, makes a fantastic old fashioned. So.
It may mellow out with a drop of water. I'm not going to do it because I just don't want to. But it's.
I'm a little different than you though. Like it's not hitting me with the really sweet corn that you're getting.
I get it on the front.
Yeah.
I get that sweet corn.
And once again, that may be my taste buds, but I'm getting some really subtle vanilla, obviously the oak, and just a little bit of chocolate on the finish.
Kudos
not a
to
whole
you.
lot else going on, to be honest with you.
Well, let's continue this show.
All right, let's do it.
What do we got next?
So next we are.
Nope. Psych
You
your
almost
mind.
Forgot. So this is a single barrel select pick by Beastmasters,
Our
one of your
friends
favorites.
at Beastmasters.
So, Beastmasters, I'm counting on you here. On this pick, I'm counting on you to impress one of your biggest fans here with your
That's a
Knob
lot.
Creek pick.
That's a lot. So this is 9.9 years old.
Yes, so this is pure poetry, what they call it. It's one of 141 bottles. It's barrel number 12J10.
Oh, that's a good barrel.
It was distilled in October of 2012, bottled in 2022, so almost 10 years old. And I'm not going to tell you which warehouse it came out of.
Unbelievable.
Maybe I will. Warehouse 2, floor 6, Rick 54.
Get your nose. No. Just skip that. Get your nose in there.
Much darker.
Get your nose in there.
Oh, wow. That's a completely different nose.
No alcohol.
No.
It's 120 proof. It's 20 proof higher. And it smells
That's all like salted caramel to me.
like a cinnamon caramel like cookie. That's unbelievable what that smells.
Yeah,
you know, sorry, I'm getting a little excited. This has like a Starlight cigar nose on it. Like really.
See, and I'm not disagreeing with you. You may be 100% correct on that. Maybe it's just once again,
that's
my
got great
system.
nose.
I don't pick up that
kind of cinnamon.
Cinnamon roll smell on this
I get
one.
it.
And
I think
maybe
it's
I'm just
good.
not getting it.
Color is deep and dark, and
To me, this is all caramel, salted caramel.
I mean it's sticky.
You ready to
I mean,
drink?
yeah.
Cheers.
Here we go.
Still a little hot, but it's 120 proof.
Yeah. Ooh.
But it's so much better than
It's
the,
an
than the
immediate.
9-year.
As soon as you put it in your mouth, the viscosity is immediate. It's so much thicker. Like the mouthfeel. I love that word, mouthfeel. It's so much thicker. It's syrupy.
So-
it is a little hot.
It's thicker when you put it in your mouth. Is that what you're saying? Mm-hmm. I just want to make sure
That'll be on a loop
Just
somewhere.
want to make sure I heard you right.
Yeah, this is
Once again, not super complex.
no.
You know, you've got your classic bourbon, caramel, chocolate. There's something else in there that it's another spice that I can't put my finger on, but that's about it for me.
That's the most drinkable Knob Creek I've ever had. It's still. Yeah, I don't know what the finish is like, and it just sits there, and it's this like I don't know if it's corn or what, but it's very pleasant up until the finish for me. And the worst part about it is the finish lingers forever.
Yeah.
Like it's still just.
It's there. It's a dry finish.
It is. It's oaky kind of.
Very oaky.
But there's another flavor there that just, and it's not as bad. It's the most drinkable Knob Creek that I've had. Because usually if I drink Knob Creek, I'm like, nope. Like I am expelling it from my mouth and I don't want any more. But this, I could, it wouldn't be my first choice, but if I could drink this.
I'm almost getting a little bit of, is there a maple note? Or am I just way off base here? I am getting cinnamon now.
Yeah.
There's almost a maple syrup note there for me. Just slightly.
It's a good barrel. It's a good bottle. That's a good. See, that's what you want in a single barrel selection.
Yeah.
It is. I think there's some complexity there. I know you said you didn't feel like it was very complex.
Yeah, I mean, there's some. It's not like
Yeah.
one of these that's just going to really challenge your
yeah,
palate.
but
you
it's
know.
flavorful and it's proofy and it drinks like 120.
That's a good. You pour that on a block of ice. That'll really
Mellow
I
it
think,
out.
Open it up.
That I will stand by my statement of that is the most drinkable Knob Creek that I've ever had.
All right.
So
Well, let's move on to the next, shall we?
And the next is we're getting into some rarefied air.
Yes. So this one's been open for a while. Maybe not quite a year, several months, I would say. This is another Single Barrel Select Keg Liquors, a local liquor store here in Southern Indiana. Distilled February 2004, bottled in 2019. So this is a 15-year-old bourbon. Let's check it out. It's about the same color as the 10-year. I would say, no, maybe a little bit darker. Different
kind of reaction in the glass.
You know what's odd to me is, and these are the same mash bill.
Yeah.
I'm picking up a little bit of almost like that, like a light fruit, almost like an apple note on the nose, like you would get from a rye.
I don't disagree.
Which it is 13% rye. But it's a totally different nose than
little
more
more alcohol on the nose on this one. A little more ethanol.
And not quite as much heavy on the caramel.
Yeah, different. But there is more of a fruit note in that. And this is why single barrels are fun. All right.
Which, you know what? That makes sense. It's been in the barrel 5 more years. So,
6. Over 5 years, yeah.
No, it doesn't make sense because I was thinking the opposite direction. I was like, well, yeah, the barrel's kind of taking over the flavor. Yeah.
But different warehouses, different locations. So this is a floor 4. The Beastmasters was a floor 6. So two stories essentially
different
higher.
Warehouse. This is warehouse WX. That means nothing to me. I don't know.
Oh, you don't know about WX? Cheers.
I know someone out there does.
Email us. Fruity. I mean, it's really fruity
and peppery.
And then there's that taste at the end that I don't like. But I'm really frustrated by Knob Creek. Really, I'm frustrated at my palate because this should be in my wheelhouse. It should be my favorite. It's high proof. They're single barrels. They're old. They're intense. But there's just a flavor there that makes it not unenjoyable. I won't say unenjoyable, but something that I wouldn't pick. But this is totally different from the other. A totally different animal altogether. Same proof, just a little older.
This one to me, like I said, it's peppery up front, right? Hits you right up front where the others didn't. They were a little more hot, like ethanol hot. This one isn't so much ethanol hot.
Spicy.
That pepper, like that rye. It almost drinks like a rye.
It really does. And there is a big splash of like apple fruit kind of in front, mid palate.
And then on the finish, to me, it's all chocolate. So this is actually this is more in my wheelhouse.
Yeah, a lot of oak, very oaky, very dry finish. I mean, it's 15 years old.
Yeah, my tongue's kind of tingling.
Yeah, and this is the thing about Knob Creek is made for a certain drinker. And if you are that drinker, you love Knob Creek. And if you're not, then you don't. And I want to love it, but that finish and that kind of, we're blending. Master blenders, look out.
Hey.
I like it.
This is my new thing here. I like to mix them all together and see what we come up with.
I bet, you know what I bet it tastes like?
Knob Creek? Yeah, so this kind of went about how I expected.
Not as good as
you don't hate it, but it's not your favorite. You're not gonna reach for it. It's kind of
not as good as the sum of its parts.
Yeah, I mean, my preference out of all of these actually would be Knob Creek Rye.
And on that bombshell, good night, everybody.
Right.
We didn't even bring a bottle.
No, we didn't. I almost did. But I thought we would just stick with the bourbons. Listen, I still like it. I really like this bottle. I like this bottle. And this one's still a great utilitarian. I'm gonna drink it over ice. I'm gonna make an old fashioned with it, whatever. And I still think it's one of the greatest values in bourbon.
I love everything you said, except all of it is wrong. To me, and this is just one man's opinion, to me, the 9-year is not very good. For me, it's very hot, and I didn't enjoy it. The Beastmasters pick was very interesting to me. I thought there was some kind of funkiness there. I was really surprised at how fruit forward and kind of unique the 15-year-old was. But again, it's that just for me in my palate, that finish it kills me. It just kills me. I want to love it. I want to just keep drinking them and be like, this is the best, because these are, somewhat readily available bottles, and it'd be nice to have. But, for me, it just doesn't fit in my wheelhouse. And we'd love to hear.
Yeah, let us know because I know a lot of people watching right now probably are big Knob Creek fans. Most people like Knob Creek. They really do.
Yeah, most people are not smart. But I didn't say that out loud. Definitely on a hot mic.
But honestly, it is what it is.
I would love in the comments to tell us your bourbon brand that you don't like, right? Like that you're a bourbon fan and that you're like, I can't drink Old Forester, or I can't drink Woodford Reserve. There's just something about the flavor. Because I think many people probably have a brand or a distillery that they're like, can't drink it, don't like it.
Or tell us the brand that your buddy loves and you don't, or vice versa, that you love and your buddy doesn't.
And send us $20 just for no reason while we're giving you orders. But Glenn, what else have we learned?
What else have we learned tonight, Charlie? Well, we've learned that once again, you're mostly wrong. I'm mostly right. And, you're coming around.
Yeah, there we go.
Coming
That's
around.
not good, but tell them about the hat.
All right, we'll tell them about the hat. And listen, we've been talking about this hat for weeks now. We really want to give this away. We have some other things that, before we started filming this episode, that me and Charlie were looking at, that we're going to throw in this box.
There's so much good stuff.
Yeah, more swag.
It's all bourbon swag,
More
too.
swag.
It's so good.
And who knows what else might find its way into the box.
We are at 300 subscribers.
One shy. Who's going to be that 300?
Hopefully you.
300th subscriber.
Hopefully you. That's right, you. Subscribe, like, share, follow us, all that good stuff. When we hit 500 subscribers, we're going to give that hat away. Tell them how they win the hat.
So to win the hat, do everything Charlie just said. Send us an email at sointhebourbon@gmail.com. In the subject line, hat. Just hat, simple. You don't have to put anything in the body of the email.
But I do want you to put your favorite 1980s or 90s country songs. That will help you win.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
That's a good one.
And I just want to say, I've been getting some really, really nice emails from people joining this. They're not just putting hat in the subject line. They're sending us some pretty funny
we want to hear from you.
email.
We want to hear from you. We want to interact. We try to respond to everybody's comments. If you have an idea for an episode, if you have an idea for a brand or a distillery or something that you want to see, email us. We're pretty readily available.
And once again, that's the great thing about the bourbon community is just meeting new people. We received emails from people all over the country, and everyone's cool. Everybody's cool.
Yeah, if you're not cool, don't email us. But if you're cool, email us at sointhebourbon@gmail.com.
And I want to say, Happy Mother's Day. Today is Mother's Day, the day that we're releasing this episode. So I want to tell my wife, Happy Mother's Day, and I'm going to drop a picture right here, right now, of her coming out of a Buffalo Trace bourbon barrel. And I will say to this day, that's the best thing that's ever come out of a Buffalo Trace barrel.
Oh.
Do you have anything you want to say about your wife?
Happy Mother's Day, honey. I wasn't really prepared, but I love you very much, and I wish I could put you in a barrel too. No, not really.
Does Niagara Falls have anything?
Like and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. Follow Glenn on TikTok at
Whiskey Realtor. And as always,
keep your glasses full
and your bong roll tight.
Good night, everyone. You could have warned me.
I forgot.
You forgot.
I was going to discuss that with
Have settled down.
Okay, can you put the bottles on the bar so I can center them up?
It is 9-year 100 proof. 9 years.
Stop moving the bottles.
Sorry.
Strangle the fuck out.
For continuity's sake, I apologize. Now we have to move stuff. Are you ready for some bourbon?
All right, let's do this.
A Thursday night party! Sorry. You want it like that?
No.
He says,
Hey, Charlie. If you don't like it, you're an idiot.
it's the kind of supportive wonderfulness we need in the bourbon community. Give us something to do with our hands.
I got something for you to do with your hands. Don't get excited.
Does it strangle you? Oh no!
What?
Fuck a duck. Wait, where's my butler's tool?
Up your butt.
Knob Creek, Charlie's favorite, episode 655.
69.
72. Action.